Hello everybody, it's me, Taxman, and I'm doing something a little bit different this time around for my message of the day. I'm going to be recording from my computer screen and showing off some of the arts that I have while I talk, because I want to do this for various reasons. Now, as you can see in this very first picture, there is me, Tax Pony, with my boyfriend, Curio. We're bumping together, and it's a very cuddly, cute pic. But, well, enough of that. Yes, we do make a very good couple. Tonight I have tomorrow off on Friday, so to celebrate, I've been having beer, or been drinking some stuff, and, I've got this image up of what I'm drinking tonight. Now, I should remind you that before this, I was drinking, even before then. I had a couple of shooters of Jim Beam Fire to prep myself before. Um, and then, so, I'm drinking this, and maybe it's partly because I've slept maybe 4 hours or so the past couple of nights. I feel a bit more loopy and out of there. But anyways, it's a very different type of drunk feeling tonight. So I'm drinking this. It's called Victory Dirt Wolf. Dirt Wolf, yes. Double IPA. It is 8.7% alcohol, and the brewery, Victory, is out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And Pittsburgh is of course one of the oldest cities in the country, and it is also famous because Pittsburgh is where they have Anthrocon. And one of these days, I want to go to Pittsburgh. I've heard from one of the persons who watches my videos said that Pittsburgh has got bars every 500 feet, and that sounds awesome because it reminds me of the way Milwaukee is. Because I haven't been to Pittsburgh, but I've been to Milwaukee, and Milwaukee's got more bars square per square per square mile than any other city I've been to. So if it's anything like Milwaukee, then Pittsburgh sounds awesome. Plus, as I understand, Pittsburgh's got a very high concentration of white people in comparison to a lot of other big cities. So, I mean, I've even heard that it's so white that the progressives complain that Pittsburgh is quote unquote too white, and they throw little hissy liberal tears about that. And I think that's pretty awesome. Because all the big cities these days are all embracing multiculturalism and taking the multicultural cock up their ass. So I think that if you have a nice city that's robust and vibrant and white, that's a good thing. But yeah, all that aside, I do want to go there one of these days. I've driven past Pittsburgh on the way to Baltimore for BronyCon, and I have never actually been there, and it'll be good to go there. I do want to go there one day to Pittsburgh, yes, Anthrocon, because I'm a furry too. So yep, and I love the beer. I love the beer at Victory. Victory's got awesome beer, and unlike a lot of other craft breweries, they still price their beer pretty competitively, and you can get lots of different bombers that they do for $5 or $6. Where in comparison to most other breweries, they do their bombers and they charge you $12 or $13 or $14 or $15 for a bomber. So yeah. Let's do that. Oh, look, here's another picture. Me and my boyfriend. Huggle Snuggles. Huggle Snuggles. Okay, so, yep, all that politics and human stuff aside, I did want to talk a bit about something for the recent picture I commissioned. So, recently, I did commission a new picture with my boyfriend and me. Mm. Oh, this is very good. I like it. I should say that this Victory Dirt Wolf it is like an American IPA style. It is very bitter and citrusy, but but it is earthy, like the name says. It is dirty. It is like dirty. It's dirty on the palate, but it's dirty in a good way. It's dirty in a good way. It's not like an English IPA, which is very toasty or very malty. But it's I don't know how to explain it. It's, yes, dirty, but you love that dirt. You love that dirt. You lick that dirt and you want to have more of that dirt. So you keep going for that dirt. But the dirt is also very creamy too. So it's a unique double IPA. I would say I I don't think this double IPA is as good as the one that I had out in Northern California. Now you may have, if you watch my videos, you may have seen the one where I tasted the what was it called, what was it called, the which brewery was it? God, have I had that much drinking? Knee deep, not knee deep, not knee deep. Outlier, not out, something out, something out, something out, out. Oh, out of bounds. Out of bounds, that's what it is. Out of bounds Brewing Company. This is what it is. This is what it is. In Rockland, California, yes. See these photos. Out of Bounds Brewing Company. This is the one that it is. They make an awesome double IPA called the Two-Headed Rooster. It is, wow, it is incredible. Like one of the best double IPAs out there that I've ever had. And I'm not even kidding. I like this brewery so much that I went down there like twice, like 2 or 3 times a week when I was over there, and I brought some of it home. And you can see it in one of my other videos. They are awesome. It is awesome. I love it. And I'll show you the, wait, no, go back to normal Google. Okay, yep, let's go back to normal Google. Out of Bounds, Two-Headed, there we go, Two-Headed Rooster. And I'll show it to you. It's amazing. No, not that, that's too small. Too small. Small. Here's a decent one. Yep. It's awesome. I love it. I love it. This is one of the best IPAs I've had. One of the best double IPAs I ever had. And I regret that I did not buy an entire case worth of it. I would drive all the way out to California just to get more of this beer. It's that good. So if you live in California, or you live in Northern California, I highly recommend you give it a taste. Alright then, so let's get back to where we were. Where are we? How many minutes? 8 minutes recorded? Okay, so, yep, here's Tax Pony and me. Here's more. Okay, more Tax Pony and Curio. The adorable Curio stallion. And look, Curio booping and licking his assuring me to keep me good. And here I am, I worship at the foot of my darling, adorable, so handsome, so amazing, and my amazing boyfriend, he's my amazing husband, he's incredible. Well, I've got a new pick too, so this is my new pick. Yep, me riding up on Curio. Sir Tex, the knight riding on his noble steed Curio. Okay, well, so the story behind this is I commissioned the artist. I wanted to get a picture of me and Curio together, based in a sort of a cosplay or a scene interpretation from my one of my favorite books of all time, which is my favorite book ever is Don Quixote de la Mancha, or as it's sometimes translated, the ingenious Hidalgo Don Quixote de la Mancha. That is, I have to say, my favorite book ever, is that story. And, well, I first read the whole thing through when I was in Afghanistan 5 years ago. I would read a couple chapters here and there over the course of about 3 or 4 months. It took me a little bit to get through because I read the one of the modern Oxford translations, but it's a very heavy. It's light, but at the same time very heavy because of the things that you have to interpret about that, and it's a lot of fun. I really liked it. That story really resonates with me, especially even more these days after the things I've been through. I can really relate to Don Quixote. I mean, I even see myself as a bit of a modern day Don Quixote, because he he was a man who well he story well he did not go on to his adventures until he was very old, like his 60s at least, after he had done everything that society demanded of him, bringing a proper hidalgo, a proper landowner, and he would do all that stuff. Then he'd go home and retire at the end of the night, and he'd read his fantastical novels about knights and going on adventures and rescuing maidens and fighting against cyclopses and monsters and evil armies. And they said, and the way that Cervantes said it is that he went crazy with it, but I think that it's something more, that he actually achieved a bit of a freedom from it, and he was his happiest when he went out and actually pursued that, when he lived that, what he always wanted to. And yeah, sure, Don Quixote got himself beaten up and assaulted and mocked and humiliated so many times, but he was doing what he loved. He was doing what he felt, what was his proper calling in life. And too many people didn't understand that. Like, I mean, people took advantage of him, people beat him up, people robbed him, but that didn't stop him. He kept on going. He kept on going because he had his goals, and he had his purpose in life. And most importantly, he had his I would say he had his loyal steed, which was Rocinante. And I say my Rocinante. And he had his Rocinante, and he also had Sancho Panza. And I say that for me, it's like Curio has a bit of that same role as being like a Rocinante, which is why I'm riding upon him. Although you can see Curio obviously knows from this expression on the picture that he's playing around with that. He's obviously very aware of this. He is entertaining me. He keeps me off the ground. He keeps me going. And yep, I need to have something more like that. What I need is, because I already am the Don Quixote, I need to have my own. I've got Curio, but I need to have a Sancho Panza. I need somebody to fill that role. Though previously I had a friend. I've had some friends in the past. I know there's one who I very much looked up to, very much cared about. And because that whole goddamn crap that happened at freaking BrodyCon with those other people who those other people who made me hotel security, dragged me up to my room. Those other people did that, and now my best friend doesn't want to talk to me anymore, or he's put me on limbo. I mean, he's the one who I would say, yes, you are like the stable rock. You are the Sancho Panza for me, but you don't want to be here for me. So, what do I have anymore? I have to find somebody new. I have to find somebody new to fill up that role. If you don't want to be here for me, but I will, and I will pursue my goals. I will pursue my dreams, and I will have that. I don't care what kind of mockery it brings me. I don't care if it gets me beaten up. I don't care if it gets me assaulted. I don't care if people think that I'm crazy. I mean, the thing is that, yeah, everybody thought he was crazy at first, but I mean, by the time you get near the end of the second book, he's a legend. He's a legend throughout the entirety of Spain, and everybody knows about him. Even barons and dukes are inviting him into their house and entertaining him. even though they're making fun of it, at the same time they're still having Don Quixote over. They're still in respect of him, in a way. And you know, the thing is that all those people too say, oh no, you need help, you need psychiatric help, you need to be strung up on hardcore drugs and whatever to wipe out your personality. They don't know what happened. I think that when I read the story, one of the things that very much resonated with me is how the story ends. How the story ends. Some the people, like his family and people who knew him from his hometown and La Mancha, the unnamed home, they have decided that they care so much about him, or they're so determined to bring him back and to make him stop being a fool or whatever. And I say fool in parentheses. That they go out. That one of the young men from his hometown goes out and he challenges him to a duel. He says, "I am the Knight of the Mirrors." I can't remember. Okay, he challenges him 2 times. I think one time he says, "I'm the Knight of the Mirrors," and he has a joust with Don Quixote, and then he falls off his horse, and Don Quixote claims victory. The second time he comes across as the Knight of the Half Moon, and he beats him at the joust. And the challenge is, if I beat you in this arms immortal combat, you have to go back. You have to renounce. You have to admit that your lady Dulcinea is not the most fair of them all, and that my lady is fair, and you have to go back home. And when Don Quixote is defeated, okay, I'll have to say that this is after he's endured about a month's worth of humiliation at the hand of a duke. There's a duke and his wife a duke and a duchess who had him over at their manor for about a night, and they did nothing but prank and humiliate him for a whole month. And it's a very good. It's one of the episodes you don't hear about a lot if you haven't really read the story, because most people only think of Don Quixote with charging at windmills or fighting against armies of sheep. But that story was really by the time he got done with that episode, he was kind of very tired, very jaded, and then he got defeated in the joust. And he goes back home, and he returns to his sanity. And you know, the thing is that he's absolutely heartbroken, and when he becomes sane again, you know, he dies a month later from sickness. And I think that very much represents what it is for, say, someone like me or elsewhere. Why do you want to go back to living in this false paradigm, this false idea, this false concept of what reality should be? Why do you go back to that? You can't. If you're like me, you consciously reject that. You go pursue what you want. You go pursue what you want. You go pursue what you desire. You do not. You leave that behind, because the only other option is you have to go and pursue full force what you believe in, what you want, what you desire. Your delusions, as some people might say it. It's better to be that way. It's better to exist in a world of delusions than to go back to the world of this emotionless, horrible, cruel, this horrible, cruel reality where you're nothing but a tool. You're nothing but another little tiny cog in the machine to exist to serve the purpose of people like the Rothschilds or the Bilderbergs or group or George Soros and those other sons of bitches. It's better to live this way. And I'll tell you the same damn thing. If you people are so insistent upon trying to get me to come back to your reality, it's going to be the same with me. It's better to die. It's better to keep living like this, because if you try to bring me back to whatever, I'll end up like Don Quixote at the end, dying of misery and dying of sanity, because it's better to live insane, it's better to live delusional than it is to continue as a tool in this machine. So I really hope that some of the words that I've said have managed to come across to you and managed to manage to get across what it is, because I am a modern Don Quixote. I am at the moment still in the phase where I am at home reading my novels and reading my stories and imagining them, and even though I have had real experiences, I haven't actually left. But I have a feeling that it will be soon where I actually do leave. And I do go across my countryside voyage, my countryside, and out with my curio, and out with the other ponies who have visited me. And I'll go out and I'll meet up with other people like me, and we will establish our own heroic order, our own heroic monastery, our own religious order, our own society that is separate from all of everything else. And we will live according to the true path, while everybody else remains stuck in this trance, this hallucination. So, well, I think that's enough for now. Yes, that is enough for now. Well then. More will be coming within the next day or two. Well, anyways, good night, and remember, always pursue what you know is the truth. Stay true to what your heart says is the path to go. Do not let the mockery and the derision and the false claims of concern of others hold you back. You must do what you feel is right. You must, because if you go against what your heart believes, if you go against what your heart believes, if you go against what your nature, what your destiny calls, you will die. You will die. And with that, I leave you all. Good night.